Part 1. The Hidden Truth About Testosterone. What Science Reveals About men's energy, confidence, and vitality. There is something changing in men today. Many men wake up feeling tired, even after sleeping. They notice they have less motivation, less confidence, less energy, and sometimes they no longer feel like the person they used to be. They may ask themselves, "Am I just getting older? Is this normal? Why don't I feel as strong, focused, or driven as I once did?" The answer is not always simple. But one important factor that researchers have studied for decades is testosterone. Testosterone is often called the male hormone, but it is much more than that. It plays a role in muscle development, energy levels, mood regulation, concentration, bone strength, and sexual health. Doctors and researchers have found that when testosterone levels become lower than optimal, some men experience symptoms such as reduced motivation, lower energy, difficulty maintaining muscle, changes in mood, and reduced libido. Urologists who specialize in men's health, including experts like Dr. Rina Malik, have emphasized the importance of understanding testosterone as part of overall health rather than just focusing on one symptom. At the Love and Relationship Lab, we decided to look deeper. We researched medical literature, scientific studies, and psychological perspectives to answer one important question: what can men do naturally to support healthy testosterone levels? And what we discovered is fascinating. Because testosterone is not only about hormones, it is connected to your lifestyle, your habits, your environment, and even your relationship with yourself. The first discovery: your body fat can influence your testosterone. One of the strongest findings from scientific research is the relationship between excess body fat and testosterone. Many men believe gaining weight is simply a cosmetic issue. But your body is a complex biological system. Fat cells are not just passive storage containers. They are active tissues that produce hormones and influence hormonal balance. Research has shown that fat tissue contains an enzyme called aromatase. This enzyme can convert testosterone into estrogen. This means that as body fat increases, especially around the abdomen, the hormonal environment of the body can change. Several studies published in medical literature have found that weight loss in overweight men can lead to improvements in testosterone levels. Researchers from institutions including Harvard Medical School have explored how metabolic health, obesity, and hormonal balance are connected. The message is clear. Improving your body composition is not just about looking better. It can influence how your body functions. But here is something important. You do not need to transform yourself overnight. Many men become discouraged because they think they need extreme diets or impossible workouts. Science suggests that consistent improvement matters. Losing even a moderate amount of weight, combined with regular physical activity, can create meaningful changes. The goal is not perfection. The goal is creating a bodied environment where your hormones can work properly. Carl Jung and the discipline of becoming stronger. Interestingly, this idea connects with the psychological work of Carl Jung. Jung believed that becoming a complete person required confronting yourself honestly. He talked about the process of individuation, becoming the person you are capable of becoming. Although Jung was not studying testosterone, his ideas about self-discipline, responsibility, and personal growth connect strongly with modern health research. A man who takes control of his body is often also taking control of his mind. The person who chooses exercise instead of comfort. The person who chooses healthy food instead of constant temptation. The person who creates discipline instead of excuses is practicing something Jung would recognize as psychological development. Your physical habits are often a reflection of your inner world. The second discovery: exercise sends powerful signals to your body. Many people ask, what is the best exercise for testosterone? Should you run? Should you lift weights? Should you do long cardio sessions? Research suggests that the answer is more specific. Resistance training and high-intensity exercise appear to have strong connections with testosterone responses. Studies examining exercise physiology have found that short periods of intense physical effort can create temporary increases in testosterone. High-intensity interval training, often called HIIT, involves periods of intense effort followed by recovery. For example, a short sprint, a recovery period, another intense effort. This type of training challenges your body and activates multiple biological systems. However, the goal should not be exhausting yourself every day. Extreme training without enough recovery can actually increase stress. Hormones, such as cortisol, which may negatively affect testosterone. The balance is important. Your body responds best when you combine strength training, cardiovascular health, recovery, proper nutrition. Think of your body like an investment. You cannot keep withdrawing energy without making deposits. The modern man's challenge. Today, many men live in an environment their ancestors never experienced. Less movement, more processed foods, constant stress, artificial light at night, poor sleep patterns, chemical exposure. The human body evolved for activity, sunlight, natural food, and recovery. When modern lifestyles move too far away from those foundations, hormonal health can suffer. Researchers from universities, including Yale, have studied how lifestyle factors influence human health, including metabolism, stress, and biological function. The lesson is simple. Your hormones are not separate from your lifestyle. They are responding to it. But exercise is only one piece of the puzzle, because even if you train hard, you cannot build a healthy hormonal foundation without what you put into your body. Part 2. The food, sleep, and mind connection. The missing pieces of healthy testosterone. Before we continue, I want to ask you for a small favor. If you are enjoying these research-based videos and you believe that understanding the connection between health, psychology, and relationships can help more people, please support the Love and Relationship Lab. Take a moment to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment sharing your thoughts, and share this video with someone who may benefit from it. Your support helps this channel grow, and in return, I promise to continue researching, studying scientific literature, and bringing you deeper conversations about the human mind, relationships, love, confidence, and personal development. Thank you for being part of this journey. Let's continue our exploration into testosterone and what science has discovered. In Part 1, we discovered that testosterone is not controlled by one single factor. It is influenced by your body composition, your activity level, your environment, and your daily choices. But there is another important piece of the puzzle that many people overlook: what you put into your body, because your body cannot create hormones without the right building blocks. The third discovery: your diet can influence testosterone. When people search online for ways to increase testosterone, or one specific food that supposedly transforms men's hormones, but when researchers look at the evidence, the truth is more balanced. There is no single magic food that will suddenly increase testosterone. Instead, testosterone health appears to be connected to overall nutritional quality. Researchers studying human metabolism have repeatedly found that diets based on whole foods are associated with better health outcomes. This means focusing on quality proteins, fruits and vegetables, healthy fats, minimally processed foods, rather than relying heavily on processed foods high in sugar and unhealthy fats. Why healthy fats matter. For many years, people were told that all fats were bad. But modern nutritional science has shown that the story is more complicated. Hormones are created through biological processes that require certain nutrients. Testosterone production involves cholesterol pathways, meaning extremely low-fat diets may not provide for hormone production in some individuals. Study published using data from the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, NHANES, found associations between very low-fat dietary patterns and lower testosterone levels in men. This does not mean men should eat unlimited, unhealthy foods. It does not mean that fried foods and processed fats are the answer. The message is balance. Healthy sources of fat, such as eggs, fish, nuts, olive oil, avocados, can be part of a balanced diet. The goal is not to fear fat. The goal is understanding your body. The truth about soy and testosterone. One topic that creates a lot of confusion is soy. Many men have heard the claim, soy will lower your testosterone because it contains estrogen-like compounds. But what does the scientific research actually show? Soy contains compounds called isoflavones, which can interact with estrogen receptors in the body. Because of this, researchers have studied whether soy consumption affects male hormones. A meta-analysis published in the scientific literature examined multiple studies looking at soy intake and testosterone levels. The conclusion? Normal. Soy consumption does not appear to significantly reduce testosterone levels in men. In fact, soy can provide a valuable source of protein. The bigger picture is this: your overall diet matters much more than one individual food. A man eating a poor diet with too much processed food will not fix his Health by simply removing soy. Health comes from patterns, not panic. The fourth discovery: sleep may be one of your greatest testosterone boosters. Now we move to one of the most underestimated factors: sleep. Many men are searching for supplements, medications, and complicated solutions. But sometimes the answer is something extremely simple. Sleep more. Your body performs important repair processes while you sleep. Hormone production follows natural rhythms, and testosterone levels are closely connected with your sleep cycle. Research has shown that men who experience sleep reductions in testosterone levels. One study looked at healthy young men who reduced their sleep from longer periods. Researchers observed a significant decrease in daytime testosterone levels. Think about that. A lifestyle choice that many people consider normal. Sleeping too little can directly influence the hormones that affect energy, mood, and physical performance. The modern sleep problem. The modern world has created challenges that previous generations did not face. Artificial lighting, phones beside the bed, constant notifications, late-night entertainment. Many people are physically tired but mentally unable to switch off. Carl Jung studied the hidden parts of the human mind. The thoughts, his ideas about awareness, are still relevant. Many people are unaware of how their daily habits control their lives. They say, "I don't know why I feel tired. I don't know why I have no motivation. I don't know why I cannot focus." The late nights, the poor food choices, the lack of movement, the constant stress. Self-awareness is the beginning of change. The stress connection. Cortisol versus testosterone. Another important relationship researchers study is the connection between stress and hormones. When your body experiences constant stress, it produces more cortisol. Cortisol is a survival hormone. In short bursts, it helps you respond to challenges. But chronic stress can create problems. A body constantly focused on survival may reduce resources. ALLOCATED toward other processes, including reproduction and recovery. This is why managing stress is not only about feeling calmer. It is about creating a healthier internal environment. Simple practices can help. Regular exercise, time outdoors, meditation, deep breathing, meaningful relationships, quality sleep. The bigger message. When we talk about testosterone, we are not only talking about a number on a laboratory test, like an hour. The Love and Relationship Lab. We are talking about vitality, energy, confidence, the ability to show up fully in your life and relationships. A healthy man is not simply someone with high testosterone. A healthy man is someone who has balance between his body, mind, emotions, and purpose. And this brings us back to Carl Jung. Jung believed that a person must understand themselves before they can truly transform themselves. The journey of becoming stronger begins with awareness. Part 3. The hidden threats to testosterone, chemicals, supplements, and the psychology of male strength. Now we have understood something important, that testosterone is not controlled by one simple trick. It is not about finding a magical supplement, a secret food, or a shortcut. Healthy testosterone is the result of many small decisions working together. Your body composition, your exercise habits, your nutrition, your sleep, your stress levels. And now we are going to explore another piece of the puzzle that many people rarely think about: the environment around you. Because every day your body interacts with thousands of substances, from the food you eat, the products you use, and the materials around you. Some researchers believe that certain chemicals may influence the delicate hormonal systems that regulate our bodies. So, what does the science actually say? The fifth discovery: understanding endocrine-disrupting chemicals. Our bodies are controlled by a complex communication network called the endocrine system. This system regulates hormones that influence growth, metabolism, reproduction, mood, and many other functions. Testosterone is part of this system. Some chemicals in our environment are known as endocrine-disrupting chemicals because researchers believe they can interfere with normal hormonal communication. One of the most discussed examples is BPA, which stands for bisphenol A. BPA has historically been used in some plastics and food packaging materials. Researchers have investigated whether exposure to BPA may affect hormone levels. Studies using population data, including information collected through large health surveys, have found associations between higher BPA exposure and differences in hormone levels. However, science requires careful interpretation. An association does not always prove that one thing directly causes another. Researchers continue studying these relationships because the endocrine system is extremely complex. The practical advice is simple: reduce unnecessary exposure where possible. Simple ways to reduce chemical exposure. You do not need to become afraid of everything around you. The goal is awareness, not fear. Some practical choices include: avoid heating food in plastic containers when possible. Use glass or stainless steel containers for storage. Choose fresh foods more often than heavily packaged foods. Look for products labeled BPA-free. Reduce unnecessary exposure to chemicals in daily life. Small choices repeated over years can have a meaningful impact on health. The supplement question: can ashwagandha increase testosterone? Now we need to talk about a topic that creates a lot of excitement online: testosterone supplements. Everywhere you look, there are products promising boost your testosterone naturally, increase masculinity, transform your body. But when we look at research, the answer is usually more complicated. One supplement that has received attention is ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is an herb traditionally used in certain forms of medicine and has been studied for its potential effects on stress and anxiety. Some studies have suggested that it may influence testosterone levels, particularly in certain groups, such as men experiencing stress or those participating in resistance training. However, the results are not a guarantee for everyone. A supplement should never replace the foundations of health. good food, exercise, sleep, stress management. A healthy lifestyle will always be the foundation. The psychology behind masculine energy. Carl Jung's perspective. Now, this is where the conversation becomes deeper. Because when people talk about testosterone, they often talk only about physical strength. But human beings are not just biological machines. We are also psychological beings. Carl Jung spent his life studying the human mind, especially the hidden parts of ourselves that influence our behavior. One of Jung's important ideas was that people must integrate different parts of themselves to become whole. A man who ignores his emotions may appear strong on the outside, but feel disconnected internally. A man who avoids responsibility may lose confidence because confidence is built through action. A man who refuses to grow may become trapped by his own habits. Jung believed that personal development requires facing yourself honestly. And this connects with what modern health science tells us. The strongest version of yourself is not created by appearance alone. It is created through discipline, through awareness, through responsibility. The connection between testosterone and purpose. Many people misunderstand testosterone. They think it is only about aggression, dominance, or physical appearance. But healthy masculinity is not about controlling others. It is about controlling yourself. A man with purpose wakes up with direction. A man with discipline follows through even when motivation disappears. A man with emotional maturity understands his strengths and weaknesses. These qualities are not created by hormones alone. They are created through repeated choices. Your biology influences you, but your choices also influence your biology. The complete formula. Building a healthier man. After reviewing the research, the message becomes clear. If you want to support healthy testosterone naturally, focus on the fundamentals. 1. Maintain a healthy body weight. Excess body fat can affect hormonal balance. 2. Train your body. Strength training and high-intensity exercise can support healthy hormone responses. 3. Eat real food. Prioritize protein, vegetables, fruits, and healthy fats. 4. Protect your sleep. Quality sleep is one of the most powerful tools for recovery. 5. Manage stress. A constantly stressed body struggles to perform at its best. 6. Be aware of your environment. Reduce unnecessary exposure to potentially harmful chemicals. 7. Develop your mind. Because physical transformation without psychological growth is incomplete. Final message. The journey toward becoming a stronger man is not about chasing a number. It is about becoming more alive, more disciplined, more focused, more connected to yourself and the people around you. Carl Jung once explored the idea that many people spend their lives disconnected from their true potential. Modern science shows us that our daily habits shape our bodies. Together, these ideas reveal something powerful. You are not simply born into the person you become. You participate in creating yourself. Every workout, every healthy meal, every night of quality sleep, every decision to improve. They are all votes for the person you want to become. Final call to action. If this research has helped you understand testosterone, health, and personal development from a deeper perspective, please support the Love and Relationship Lab. Subscribe to the channel, leave your thoughts in the comments, and share this video with someone who may need this information. Your support allows us to continue researching topics that connect science, psychology, relationships, and human potential. Thank you for being part of this community. Remember, a stronger body begins with a stronger mind, and a stronger mind begins with self-awareness. Check the description on this channel as I share some of the references used.